Hey, this is Pastor Matt here, and the staff and I got together this week and we decided to do something to kind of share with the whole church about what do dads think the best things are about being a father, and some of the lessons that they learned since being a dad. So we decided to take this show on the road, so to speak, and go out to where they either live or where they work and to ask them a few questions and about being a dad. So listen to what they had to say.
Having children that you could love and appreciate.
Awesome.
And having a mother for them that's...
The best thing about being a dad is spending time with my kids and my wife. I do a lot of coaching, and I absolutely love coaching the kids. All of them play sports, and the time I get to spend with them is the best thing.
To watch your kids grow up and to know that they love the Lord and that He was able to affect their life as far as their coming to the salvation of Jesus Christ. And the joy of watching them grow into a young lady and a young man is probably the best thing about being a father.
Now, Declan's in that stage where he just has a ton of fun. So just being able to do things with him, such as just playing and kind of trying to teach him, some sports right now, baseball and basketball.
I would say just having my own children, it's not like other people's children. Having your own, it's a totally different feeling. And I guess the best thing would be is, of course, leading them each to the Lord and watching them grow closer to the Lord and through each of the different stages of their life.
I know it's exciting when you have your children, and I think all the experiences you get to share with them through a lifetime. The ball games, church, family get-togethers, and you don't have a big family.
I would probably say patience. Him being in the stage where he's learning, he's 21 months right now. He's just learning so quickly. Having patience with...
Patience, that's a good trust, I think is a good.
If in disciplining my children, if I did it in my wrath, or if I was wrong in how I handled it, I remember several times going to my kids and asking for their forgiveness. And I think that was probably the greatest thing that I learned, because they're already in trouble. You're getting after them, and when you kind of tell them that you messed up and you ask for their forgiveness, and then they put their arms around you and start loving you, it makes you even feel worse.
The greatest lesson I learned as a dad is when I became a dad, I realized just how much the Father, when Scripture says when the Father sent the Son into the world to die, I guess just realizing how much the Father loved the Son, you really get the sense of how much love there is when you have your own children. So I guess that would be the greatest lesson.
Yes, I've learned lessons.
Well, tell me about what your greatest lesson was.
My greatest lesson is, after you've had a girl, kids for a long time, is not to have another one.
Very nice. All right, thank you.
Well, the greatest lesson, I think, as I read through the Old Testament and saw how God had to punish His children so much. As a father, many times you had to punish your children and make them behave themselves. And as God saw His children not believe in Him and not obey Him, I think a lesson is taught there that you need to make your kids obey you and to love you and to respect you. And watching how God dealt with His children, a father can learn a lot on how to deal with his children. love your kids, show respect to your kids, because if you don't show them respect, they won't show you respect. I think a lot of times that dads don't take enough time with their children to play with them, to go to their activities, to go to their ball games, to go to their maybe dances or whatever they're involved in. Fathers seem to have a lack of concern about those things. They kind of just leave it for the mothers to take care of all of that. And your kids knows that. They notice their father doesn't participate as much as their mother in a lot of things. And I think young fathers, love your kids as much as you can. Tell them you love them every day. Kiss them every day. And be active with them. Play with them every night. And just go to their games and be active and show them that you do love them and that you do want to be a part of their lives.
Basically just taking the time to just spend with them. You know, when you get home, you just put the phone away, put the phone down, turn the, you can have the TV on or whatever, because I watch some cartoons with Declan, but just sitting down and enjoying those moments with them. And
the advice I would give to other dads is to be consistent. Let your Christianity and Christ be in you at home, just like it is at church. Don't be a Christian dad at church only and live like the world the rest of the week. And I would encourage you to do family devotions. It's a hard thing to do and stay consistent, but that, I think, is what really draws your family closer. And I've seen a difference in my children's lives when we're doing family devotions as opposed to when we don't do them. So attitudes are different. Even my attitude's different when we stay in the Word together as a family.
Right. Keep them in church. Yes. That's the one thing. Teach them about the Lord. As far as their life, maybe it's me, I don't know, but I don't think you raise two children the same. You have to, get them in your mind, what they do, what they think, how they operate, what they think of you especially. And if they don't like you, they're not going to do what you want them to do. So you got to please your children along with making them honor you and respect. I'm not the king of the hill, but to let them know that you're the head of the house.
My advice goes along with my first answer, is spending time. The advice, no matter what they're into, if it's crafts or whatever, is finding out what they're into and trying to spend as much time possible doing what they like to do, things that they enjoy, and you learn to enjoy it as well.
Just you need the Lord. You need to be in church. You need to, I've heard the phrase, more is caught than taught. And you can tell them and tell them and tell them what not to do, what to do. And I've seen that over the years. Dads will say, don't do as I do as I say. It doesn't work. You gotta try to lead by example. And even then we still fail. So ultimately you gotta try to direct them to the Lord and say, He's the one we need to follow.
I hope you all enjoyed listening to all these different dads and their thoughts. I was really blessed by it. And dads out there in the audience, we just thank you very much for all that you do. Thank you for standing tall as a father. And I just pray that God blesses you and your family. Happy Father's Day.